Hello and welcome to episode 35 of SAAB Fever. My name's Frank, and in today's episode I've got a couple of CIM modules here to look at from a SAAB 9.3. My local friendly SAAB garage has asked me if I'd kindly take a look at them for them. As you can see, they've already been removed from the cars and they've had the internal circuit board removed. The main problem they find with these modules isn't really the electronics dying, I'm sure that happens as well. But it's mostly the switches packing up. They're quite a complicated design. I've fixed one for them already, which is why you see these three. I'm mostly going to concentrate on this one because these have no indication as to what's wrong with them. Whereas this one appears to say, if I'm reading this right, no, I think main/dip. And no wash, so that will be when the stalks, either stalk is pulled towards the steering wheel. Also, I've noticed, don't know if you can hear it, this one rattles. I don't know why, I don't know if someone's been at these before me or anything, I really don't know a great deal about them. I think one of the reasons I'm doing a video on this rather than just cleaning it up for them, I do suspect this happens quite a lot. I've been seeing on eBay and the likes, you can get people selling the circuit board with the matching key. The reason for that being that the CIM, the column integrated module, is actually an integral part of the immobilizer system. It basically is the immobilizer, in fact, really. That's why you often get them with a matching key. You can't just replace the CIM. Your keys won't work if you do. So you either have to have a new CIM with new keys, or a CIM with an existing key from the car. So let's have a look. Now they are actually quite a complicated design. They also have a habit of falling apart in your hands as you open them up. There's nothing really holding them in. Once you remove the screws holding the circuit board in, these are actually kind of loose. See that? They're kind of just held in place, funnily enough, mostly by that. The little bit of the stalk that sticks out. They seem to use that as a clip. So to remove, fairly simple. I'm going to pull on this, and I'm going to pull it this way and out. There we go. And there we have it. Now I'll remove that a sec. Now, one of the things we need to, because we really don't know, wait, which way round did that go? That way, right. So as you're sat there in the car, steering wheel and CIM and everything, it's that way. So when we pull it forward, I'm not even sure if this is, no, there's got to be more to it than that, hasn't there? I mean, I know the obvious thing is when you push it up, what you're doing is you're moving that slider there. So there must be something that happens that pushes this up and down. See if I can move that back a sec. There's got to be more to it than that, because that wouldn't move. Because that bit there is locked in there. So whatever's happening, it wouldn't be that. Can I use a screwdriver to simulate? No, I can't. Right, okay, never mind. Let's see. I do believe, if I recall from the last time, that this will pretty much pop out. There we go. Obviously, be very careful doing this. There are loose parts in here. Okay, there's the underside. Sit that there. Everyone remember where that went? And this is largely what I saw last time. Let's remove this. Now be careful. These will fall out quite readily. Just held in by, in essence, a small hook. You see that small hook goes into a little slot there. Just sits in gently. That's all it does. So we'll come back to that in a sec. This one here slides out like so. Again, Be careful with the bottom of it, because it's the exact same arrangement. That sits there, and now we can actually see what's happening inside of this. Now, I don't know about you lot, but I can see a lot of discoloration there. That's what it's supposed to look like, nice shiny metal. That's what it actually looks like. Now this one's actually, as I said, I fixed one for them already. This one's actually pretty good. The last one was very dark all over. That end looks okay there. Yeah, right. Now for this, I'm going to use one of these. This is a fibre pen. You wouldn't think it to look at it, just little bristles of fibres there. I use them for cleaning circuit boards. If you ever need to get the silk screen off the top of a circuit board down to the copper, this is fantastic for that. They seem to be, obviously they must be kind of abrasive, otherwise they wouldn't be able to do anything like that, but they seem to be a very gentle abrasive. I mean, like, you know, it's not, you wouldn't think it. You know, it feels kind of fluffy, but let's see. I don't know if you remember it from earlier. I mean, you can see there's still a little discoloration there. The vast majority of it's gone. Let's see if I can do most of this standing up. Shall we focus our attention on that kind of almost T-shaped piece there? There you go. Nice shiny metal. Right, let's do the whole thing. Let's crack on. Going to attack absolutely every little corner of it I can get to. Just blow out any fibres. And look at that. Lovely shiny metal. Oh dear, I bent one of the pins. Let's bend that back. We'll all agree we didn't see that, I think. Actually, they look kind of discoloured. Yeah, even the pins. Right. Get these pins done as well. The reason I'm doing the pins is because ultimately the circuit board that they plug into will be trying to check, I imagine, for continuity. We might see if we can analyse the next one actually. Yeah, sorry, anyway, as I was trying to say, they'll be checking for continuity, and there is a possibility. There we go, that's nice and clear. That's better anyway, isn't it? Little blue. Lovely. Right, yeah, as I was trying to say before I interrupted myself twice, I think, the circuitry will be detecting for continuity. So as you are moving the stalk around, this will be moving backwards and forwards over there, and these 3 pins, which you can see, it's all one piece of copper. So what it will be doing as it slides up and down is it will be bridging something suitable for poking and prodding and demonstrating. It will be bridging this rail here, which is one solid track, and sometimes it will be bridging it to this point here. Sometimes as it moves further up, it will be bridging here, and further up again, bridging here. And if we were to try to trace this round, we could see which pins correspond to which section of the board. Because there's going to be 3. There's going to be one here. And as it rotates around that, we'll be shorting out these pins here. How many? 4. So it's quite clear these first 4 pins here relate to this circular part here. I can see 2 pins there, I think. It's possible that pin there is shared between, it looks like it could come down here, up here, around and down. Oh yes, that'll be like a common, won't it? That'll be like a common ground or something. And then you check the other pins to see if any of them are, in essence, have continuity to it. That reminds me, actually, I should do that bit too, shouldn't I? Just to make certain. Although I'm wondering... No. I think, in essence, again, so relative to the car, that motion there is handled there. That motion will probably be dealt with that bit there. What do those pins do? I honestly don't know. Looks like they rotate. Oh, I think... They must be the buttons. They must be the buttons that are on the stalks. See, I always kind of assumed that was electronic. I don't think it is it? Because the up and down position, definitely done by that. I suspect as you pull it towards the steering wheel, that will make contact there, short those out, make continuity on those pins there. Which leaves me wondering what on earth is happening here. But if that corresponds to the buttons on the stalk, so when you either press the one at the end or rotate up and down, things like that. If that shoves something in there that forces those pins down in order to make contact with the board. Oh, that's quite clever if that is how that works. I don't actually have the rest of it here, and I'll be honest, I'm not really willing to take my 9.3 convertible apart to find out. So mostly guesswork on that front, I'm afraid. And that looks like they could do with a clean as well. Let's clean those. Oops. Bent that one. Not sure if I need to bend those. They've got grease on them. Yeah, I don't think those are actually needed. Right, before I attempt to put this particular switch back together, let's clean these as well. I'm just going to do the tips because ultimately that's the only bit that actually makes contact. That's one. That's two. Right. Can I remember how all of this goes back together? Now, one thing I may also do, I may bend them outward ever so slightly. I don't want to go too far, but I want to make sure that they're making good, strong physical contact with the rails that they press against. Very careful. Squeeze that slightly to get it to go in. There we go. There, in. Let's test that theory. Let's test that theory to see if they do actually make contact like I think they do. I did have this prepared already, so I suspect you go there. Oh no, look. See, I assumed all of these went up here to those pins. They don't. They don't. Two of them come along here. Right, so let's follow that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth pin down, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plonk that there. So I think as this moves down, and makes contact bridging this to this, we should see the number here change. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Good, 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 good. Let's see what happens. Oh, we had something there. Up a little. We do, look. There we go. Probably go back to nothing as it passes. Yeah, there we go. We have contact between those pins, so that's most definitely how that's functioning, and that is functioning as well, more importantly. And then stops again, but it should now be shorting out to the next pin up. So as I move it up to the third pin, we should and we do. We have continuity. Good. That's precisely how that works, and it is working. Right, let's get that out of the way a sec. I should probably have tested that beforehand, shouldn't I? Should probably have confirmed that it didn't work. Right, let's carry on. Let's get this cleaned. See if I can actually reassemble it back into the unit. There's that. Right. I've cleaned those already, haven't I? Pull those out a teeny smidge. I don't want to do that second one. That's the one I accidentally bent outward earlier. Oh, that was probably a bit too much. Obviously, if I go too far, these are going to snap off. Right, now this is awkward. Getting that little notch there in there is quite easy. You can just look at it. Getting the lower one in is a lot more difficult. I'm basically looking through here. Let's move that up slightly. Back we go. No, it's, despite moving it, it's somehow still not in the right place. Now it's too far. Great. Try that. Oh. In. Right, can you see? So that's where I was looking. I was having to look through just to make sure that that little notch goes into the hole. And it looks like it does. Ah, I've got more grease on my finger. Right, let's check. Does that... that'll be fine. I can see quite clearly that that's in. Is that lower white piece moving with the arm? Yes, it is. Right, we're done. That side all cleaned up, lovely. Let's see about slotting it back in. It seems to basically sit on these rails here. Oh, that was easy. There we go. Right. Now the other side should be largely the same. Again, I'm going to be pulling it this way slightly and out. And hopefully we can find out what's rattling inside as well. Be very gentle with this one. Oh. Oh. I wonder, does this mean someone's been in here before me? What's that do? I don't even know. Right, let's leave that just now. Let's leave the bit I don't understand or know about. I think this is largely the same. So this is the one on the other side. What does that side do? Is that the lights? Is that the washer one? Yeah, I can't think now, not being in the car. Right, let's take it apart. I think it's largely the same. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's basically the same situation as well. Same basic arrangement. We have this circular one here, that one there, and that one there. I think that's what that is. Doesn't appear to be broken, does it? It goes in those rails there. Oh no. Right, what I will try to do now though. Oh, where's the multimeter? Let's test this before I try to fix it, to see if I am actually fixing it. Like that. So again, similar situation. That first pin there seems to be common throughout, at least this section of the board. I don't think it's common to the rest though. This line here runs all the way up there, around there, through a hole. It doesn't go through the hole, just goes around it, and to the first pin. Let's put that little clip on there. Now, what do I want to test? Hang on, let's remove that a sec, 'cause I think... Oh, no, it was just the light. Right, so again, similar situation. If I'm not mistaken, that middle one doesn't go anywhere. This middle one here goes up here, along there, takes the place. Obviously, this one is the sort of, seems to be that pin there, all the way up around, also to that section there. This one here goes this direction, goes here up there to probably 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one along. Yeah, I don't think that's connected to anything, so it's really just this and that one there. Fair enough. Right, let's follow that one because it's probably easier for me. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 from that direction. So you. Right. Put this back in. I'm hoping this doesn't work. As I move it up, oh, it's already starting to work, look. I move it down, we have nothing. As I move it up, we're making contact. So that's working fine. What if we go to the next one? That's also working fine, but it has to poke out the bottom there. Is that in the right way around? Is that even in the right way around? Because look at it, in order to make contact on that pin there, which it is doing, It has to be practically falling out of the switch bank. Not the switch. I wonder. Now the reason for that is because obviously these are the pins that actually make contact. I'm wondering if they're actually supposed to be that way around. Like so. See how it's making contact now, but it's not sticking all the way out in order to do it? I think that's the wrong way around. Little bit of resistance there. Not a great deal, I mean tiny, tiny amount, but a little bit. Oh, let's go back to the other one. Again, this, see, some of this could be because, I'm pretty sure, I get the impression someone was in here before me. But I may have made the same mistake on this one too. Yes. I wonder if that's right. I wonder if it matters. Yes, yeah, probably. I think that's the wrong way around, guys. I think that's supposed to be that way around. Because that's the only way I can see it actually making contact with that final point there. Yeah, that's the one I've cleaned already. I'm getting confused which one's which now. Right, let's see if I can put that back in its place. The problem is you can't trace it. Let's take that off. Ah, see, that one you can't go wrong with. Well, you probably could if you tried. But that one's pins are contact points, I should say, are down the bottom there. So you're hard pressed to go wrong with that one. Right, so that goes there. And I want to try to make contact with that point there. Comes up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth pin up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to try to make contact with that. Right, let's get this back in. Very fiddly. Too far. Shove it further down. No. Further down still. Too far down, back up. Ah! Too far. There, I think. Oh, come on. No, no, missed it again. Oh. Right, that's in. Agreed. Agreed, that's making contact. Right, so as I rotate this up, we should at some point see contact there. There. Yeah, that was wrong. It does actually matter which way around those pins are. Because if I show the new one where I realised, because that's what makes contact, obviously, and there are contacts right at the edge here. So if that slider is rotated around the other way, those contacts will be here, not making contact properly to the slidey bit on the end. Right, take that off, take that off. Let's put that back before I get even more confused than I already am. You know, I honestly thought this would be a quick one. I honestly thought, for once, I would just go, yeah, let's open this up. Let's quickly take a look. Let's clean that up and then we'll be done. But no, videos never get to be short and to the point, do they? Of course, I'm blameless in that, you understand. Right, so now that we've worked that out, let's just take it out and clean it up anyway. Let's clean it up anyway. I mean, we've come this far. I was just hoping to be able to make a point of going, here's one that doesn't work, and here's what we do to make it work. Do you know, I'm now thinking, because I had my suspicions beforehand that someone had been in that already. I'm now wondering if they had been in it and they'd put the that slider in the wrong way around when they put it back together. And so in essence they probably did clean it up enough to actually make everything work again, but because they put the slider in the wrong way around, it didn't want to work at all, because it was never making contact. It would have made contact up here, probably in the wrong position for the arm to be in as your arm was moving up and down, so it was probably in the wrong position, and it was never able to make contact with the final point. Right, let's see about putting that back in. Come on. In we go. Give these a clean also. Little bend out again, just to make sure it makes good strong physical contact. Put the slider in the correct way around. There we go. See, that's nicely making contact with those final points right on the end. No, focus, come on. There we go. Can't remember if I've done those ones. Come on. Final bit. We're nearly done, guys. We're nearly done. There. And we have the exact same delight, but just the other way around. I'm trying. Desperate. Oh, you can't see through this one either. Oh, great. So we're blind trying to do this one. Probably just about see through there. So if I hold it up and slide that. Oh, look how easy that was. Right. There we go. That's it. Click default up. That must be. Is that the indicator? I think it is. Just give it a slight lift, and it will just spring back to place. Go all the way up, and it will lock in. Oh, is that to do with disengaging the indicator? You know, it could be. When I first saw that, I thought that got pressed inward. I don't think it does. I think it does that. I suppose it could do in as well, but it actually moves side to side. I think that's how the indicators release. Nope, clean those pins before I go any further. Those pins are also looking a bit grimy, aren't they? You can see the change on that one pin I've cleaned. Right, let's crack on. Right, so this, I'm pretty sure, will just slide in much the same way the other side slid in. Kind of click into place, like I say, basically. It actually seems to use the stalk itself as a clip. Covered in grease again. And so if I think, I can't really move that downward, can I? Yeah. No. I'd very much like to test that. Just to see if it's what I think it is. Maybe something flat would be better. Right, there we go. Oh, and that's popped out, look. Right, so we've done that. So the car is indicating left. And I suspect... No, have I messed something up? No, I haven't. Right, so if I go down, right, I'm indicating left again, guys. Okay, I've turned the steering wheel left. As the steering wheel comes back to center, pushes this upward, which will release that. Yeah! So, I've even worked out how that works. Cool. Right. I think that is ready to go back. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys now. I have got another 2 of these to do. If I see anything particularly interesting, I'll let you know. Otherwise, this will be the end of the video. Okay, just a little note, I've opened up another one, and I can confirm they are supposed to, those points are supposed to be this way around, not the other way around. So I was right. I think the first one had been opened up, and someone had put it back in the wrong way around. So that should be the end of the video now. Okay, last little bit, I promise. I think I've worked out what goes on here with this and these points here. See, I saw this here and originally thought this sort of pivoted down. I don't think it does. I think what actually happens is obviously this moves back and forth like that, which is why these pads are like this. I think what actually happens is on the stalk, when you push down on something, you're pushing a rod down here that then connect. When you do that, you then create a bridge here, which therefore shorts here, which therefore does here and onto these pins here, and that's ultimately how the sim detects that you're pressing, say, cruise control. It could be. I don't know which way around this goes right now. It could be something like the cruise control, the rear washer if you've got an estate, things like that. I think that's what it does. So I don't think this angles up and down. I think this is merely here to act as a connection for inside there, where something comes down here and then bridges those pins. Get that in focus. Come on, camera. So something comes down here and bridges those pins there, therefore creating a connection here, continuity between these pins here. So that's it. Right, now I think I'm done. As always, thanks for watching.